Hello, hello.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Amanda.
And we are AB Adventures.
And today we're going to be talking about our opinion on if we think that you should get the park hopper at Disneyland in California. So
we have slightly differing opinions, so stick around. So, park hoppers in Disneyland. There's two parks. There's California Adventure and the Disneyland park, like the Magic Kingdom, I guess. And so the question on the table is, do you get a park hopper when going to Disneyland? So what do you think?
So I think that you should actually do the park hopper because they're right across like a massive sidewalk, almost like this courtyard kind of, and so you can hop right between the two. I mean, you could be checking wait times in both parks rather than being kind of restricted to one.
My opinion is for the same reason, because the parks are so small. I think it makes sense to not do park hoppers. I think you can do. And this is my dilemma, though, is I think you can do most of Disneyland in one day, and then all of California Adventure in one day, and then, but then if you take a third day, like that one should be a park hopper, but the first two shouldn't. So I'm a little conflicted, but I think that park hoppers are not worth it. I think where we've landed on this, and I think the compromise is, like we say with so many other things on this channel, it depends on your situation.
It does depend, because if you're visiting the park for the first time, you want to maximize your time with the things that are closest to you. You don't want to be spending time walking across the courtyard and back and checking in and like checking out and all of that. So I get that, but you could also just spend say you're in Disneyland 3 days or 4 days or something like that. You could just spend all 4 days scheduling it at both parks every single day. Like, you don't do one day here and one day there. Like, just go and walk across and come back.
I think that's the golden ticket, because when we went, we took a 2-day trip. And it made the most sense to do 1 day in one park and 1 day in another, because you're going to want to experience everything in Disneyland, everything in California Adventure. If we had been there 3 days, I would have strongly considered park hoppers, because that third day we would have then known what our favorites were.
With meals too, like your favorite, like we're just talking about rides, but like, what if you really like a restaurant across the way, and then for dinner you want to be in this other one? So like, there's all these different options and everything, and I think kind of like we're telling you our opinion, and we are conflicted on it, but at the same time, I think it really depends on how you want to look at your trip. Do you want it to be very segmented with like Disneyland and then California Adventure one day, and that's like, rather than kind of context switching all the time and like being in one place and being in another? If you want it to be very distinct, you can do it that way. Or if you want it to be really free-flowing, your whole trip can be both parks.
If you did what we did and it's your first time going and it's a 2-day trip, I would not recommend park hoppers. Anything more than that, if you've been there before, if it's more than 2 days, go ahead and go for it.
Because you're going to have your favorites, and you're not going to want to necessarily do every single thing in that one park, so you'll have more time to just kind of flow between the two.
And if you're like me, you're going to want to see Wonderful World of Color as many times as possible. So
just keep coming back every night. Really, there's no right answer, but there is a best answer for you. That's kind of our opinion, is that there's really no like concrete thing.
If you're planning a trip and you're planning how many days you're going to go, if you're confined by 2 days like we were, go for it. Just get the individual park tickets. But if you can do it 3 days, there's a lot in Disneyland, so it might spill over some to a third day.
So don't forget to subscribe and like on our videos so that you can see a few more of these like this. Maybe we'll have some more concrete answers for you.
Go check out our Facebook page too. We've done Disney Nights In, usually one night a month, where we'll finish the song lyric.
So yeah, it's super fun. We do live videos over there. You can check us out there. It's in the description below. And we will see you on the flip-flop.
So long.